So everyone knows that I'm a huge like Randuin fan. You know, I want Rathan and Andy to start banging it out when he gets back. But I was just thinking the other day, like how much more glorious it would be if it turned into an orgy with Sylvanas and Sibelian being included. Like imagine if Sibelian like impregnated Sylvanas, you would have like an undead dragon come out. It'd be so fucking dope. It'd be so fucking.
Thralls! Balls! They're everywhere! Thralls Balls, the World of Warcraft podcast with a dirty mind and a clean behind. Hosted by Bentolas, Gershom, and Wooly.
What's up, swingers, from the finely sunny streets of Chicago? I swear to God, it's been cloudy for so long, I'm losing my voice. It's your girl, Gershom.
This is Ben. It is kind of cold in Austin. By cold, I mean 52 degrees and cloudy. It looks like we gotta light up the fireplace.
Fuck you, it's like 17 degrees today, bro. Fuck you. It's sunny, but it's cold as fuck.
You choose to live there.
I did move here. I did. You can hear my voice. It's so damn cold. I went to get beer and I came back and I was like,
this week, once again, will be myself and Gershom flying with a meaty ball sack, our giant shaft of a hammer. Wooly is currently on, he has a personal emergency to deal with. Everything's okay with him. He just has some stuff he has to deal with in his personal life, so he will not be able to make it here. So we are here flying, not solo, but solo, because it's kind of like Wooly's like our grand leader, so... Yeah, so Gershom, I guess we can go right into it. Do you want to get us started? What you've been up with?
Yeah, I'm super glad you didn't call Wooly a grandmaster. He can edit that out if he wants. And also, I kind of wanted to touch on the...
Isn't that his Discord name's Grandmaster?
Oh, wait, isn't that like a... Okay, never mind. Yep, okay. Sorry, y'all. Let's talk about what we've been up to in WoW. Okay, so I personally finally hit 70. I believe I am the last person on the Area 52 to do so. We finally hit 70, y'all. I got the campaign done, and right now I'm just trying to go back a little bit and sort of clean up those lore master quests, those side quests, and getting my exploring done. I'm like all the way done in the Waking Shores and almost done in Onaran Plains, and then Azure Span and Theldraxxus. I'm still kind of working on those two. I was just like, wow, it's kind of sad that's a lot what I did, you know, and I just felt like really happy when I hit 70 because I was like, wow, look at all this cool stuff, like world quests opened up. Oh, I started doing the hunts for the centaur. That was like really a lot of fun. I think I got like one good thing, and then I didn't realize that it awards you like random stuff, so I got like this plate thing, but it sold for like 100 gold, so whatever. Super casual shit, just kind of feeling like real fangirly about the game still, just really, really loving it. And I've been just trying to grab like dragon glyphs. I mean, seriously, like Bent, you have so much more to say. I really just want to kick back and hear you talk about raid, honestly, because I obviously didn't make it because I wasn't even 70, let alone eye level. So
I don't even have all the dragon glyphs yet. I have like, I think I'm to the final part of that tree, so I need to get 15 more, and I currently have 4 points available.
Dude, I have like 3 total. You know when I see them the most is when I'm flying over them on a fucking flight path, and I'm like, there goes one, and I can't go fucking get it. And like, this is probably the 4th week in a row I've said I'm gonna go find the map that's out there somewhere and do it. But I mean, that speaks to my point, is that there's just so much to do. Sorry to interrupt. Raid, let's talk about raid. You talk about raid.
Well, I was gonna say, you know, your dragon can sense when they're nearby.
Yeah,
and it'll give you how many yards away you are, and they're very visible.
I never see it. They're very visible, but by the time I see the thing pop up, I wish there was something in like DBM or some kind of mod that put it like right in my face, because I'm not looking at the chat box like ever where it shows up, and then it's like your dragon senses a nearby glyph, and it's gone. It's like it's gone away. Like I'll turn around and it'll be way behind me. And I'll see it, and I just can't turn around and go get it. Like, this is making me sound uber dumb. So I'll figure it out. I will. I always do.
So yeah, basically what I've been doing is I've been into Mythic Plus on my Monk and my Rogue. I got a few, like 10, 11-ish keys done. I will say my original thoughts, Shadow Moon Burial Ground needs a major buff because that place is just a joke. Jade Serpent, it's doable, but the trash is a little bit rough. I'd like to see a little bit of a nerf there. Ruby Light Pools needs a massive nerf.
What was the affix this week?
It was the new one, Thundering, which is like the most boring. I hate it. It's the worst affix ever. Quaking and Raging, so it's not too bad of a week, but it's also fortified. So if you don't have people who can soothe the mobs, especially on higher keys, when they're fortified, you get a 5%. They get 5% health buff from the Thundering affix, and then they rage and do 30% more damage. It can be pretty tough. So easy. I think it's an easy week, but I can see why people think it's gonna suck. Next week's gonna be even worse. Tyrannical. Like some of these bosses are even hard on fortified, so I can't imagine what some of them will be like on Tyrannical. But yeah, I've been doing that. I got my first look into the raid. So my guild, we got the first 3 bosses now normal. We had I think like a 12% wipe on the spider boss. Raid seems pretty cool so far. As an outlaw rogue, I've been playing like shit because I'm raid leading, and then my rotation changes depending on what talent tree I go into. So it's been a little bit difficult, but I'm glad we got the 3 bosses down, and I think that I'm happy. I think the bosses are pretty cool. They all have some sort of AI component, which I love because I'm outlaw and I get to do more damage by pressing one button. And it's been a lot of fun, and I can't wait to get into some of the later bosses. I think that Dathia boss looks really cool because like you have to kill a mob and then like get blown back onto a platform to kill another mob, and then you got to position yourself so you get blown back onto the platform without dying. I don't know. It just seems really cool. A lot of interactive stuff. Other than that, I haven't really been up to much besides that. I've really been just pumping Mythic Plus and doing the raid and my guild collect a company, which I'm really looking for. We're going to be doing optional nights the next 2 weeks, and then we'll start our quote-unquote official progress come the first week of January.
That sounds awesome. You're raid leading with Daddy Pudding. I'm just kidding. Remember when he recorded with us and he tried to say he was raid leading? And you're like, no.
Now he changed his name. He changed
to
his name.
GrandmaSlurp.
Oh
God, it just gets better and better, doesn't it? At least it's not black Goldschlager puke or something.
I don't know if it's him or Star, but one of them I think it's Star. I think Star lets his kids pick his name of his characters.
I hope it's not Flurpy's kids. Wait, Flurpy doesn't have kids.
Yeah, he does.
Does he? Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has one.
Oh, that's funny.
He might have a second. I know Star has 2.
If my kid ever came up to me and said anything about the word slurp in my name, they'd be grounded.
I think Flurpy's kid's a little bit older than Star's.
Probably, yeah. That would make sense. Well, hopefully.
She also loves to watch him play. It's so funny because like we'll be playing and like we're back. He's like, oh, I had to go tell my daughter to go to bed. Like she loves like staying up and watching me play. I think that's kind of cool though. Like, I used to
play with my oldest daughter back during the pandemic, and we had a lot of fun. We rolled a few night elves. We got all the way to like Loranithil, like Dark Shore area, and then like basically we got up to like I think like level 20, and she was starting to get frustrated. So we had 2 computers in different rooms obviously, and I was like, well, let's set up a Discord, and she didn't really know how to do it, and so we just sort of quit. We moved, and the computer situations moved around. I bought my mic, sorry. And so she got into more like her TikTok and her music and stuff, and she started doing that. And then the other day I was like, do you remember this and that about playing WoW together? And she goes, yeah. She goes, can we try that again? She goes, it's been a couple years, Mom. I think you could probably show me how to use Discord again, and I would get it. And I'm like, oh, maybe. I don't know. Like she's on the eve of 10, she might be ready to quest with Mommy. Block all trade channels. Block trade chat. But, I mean, yeah, she might be ready, so.
I think you could set it up too where I know there's a way where you could basically have like bad words get like
they just turn into like little asterisks or like little like in the cartoons like an @ symbol and a star and like we'll do that. You could definitely do that if I went through and like put her account that way. I think I let her account slide, obviously, because she didn't want to play anymore, but I could maybe reopen it.
Let's be honest, though, Gershom. You got a mouth like a tree.
Oh, no, they heard me say the fuck word 10 times on the way to the bus today. The fuck. See, I can't even say the F word. I'm just like, the fuck word. What's the point? Oh, my lord. I am the worst. I actually have a mug Jesus bought me once that says, what does it say? It says, I have the vocabulary of a well-educated sailor. And I'm like, yep, that about makes sense.
I feel like people either swear a ton or they don't swear at all. And there's no in between.
It catches me off when, like, people don't swear. Like, with that, even if I like them as a person, I'm like, you're always saying, like, oh, the F word, or, like, I don't know. I get it. I get it. I get both sides of it, always. I'm perpetually, like, torn in two directions. Because I curse, and I never mean to, like... You know what's funny? I'll put it this way. If I'm in, like a verbal confrontation with somebody, like, I'm trying to argue my point, or I'm trying to, like, tell them how I feel, I curse less. Because I understand that cursing could be, like, a detriment to someone's feelings, really. But, like, if something gets on my nerves, I'll be like, what the fuck? You know, like that. Like, it will fly out of my mouth. Even in front of my kids, even at the house. But, like, if I'm really trying to talk to you, I'm not gonna, like, curse you out. I understand that it's, like, a means of expression, I guess. And that was today's lesson on being a potty mouth or not being a potty mouth.
It's crazy, because I learned the word cunt from my mom.
Nice.
And, if you go to any, like England or Australia or Scotland or Ireland, like, it's actually, like, any other word. But, like, you say that word here, and people look like you, like, just killed, like, a baby or something.
I'm gonna, you know, I understand. This is one of those things too, where, like, I understand what a terrible thing it is, right? To say, but that word.
I don't think it's terrible. It's contextual. If you call a woman a cunt, yes, that's.
Yeah. Like straight. Yeah, you don't.
But, like, saying, like, you stupid cunt, like, if something goes wrong.
Like if someone nails your car or something, like, yeah. Or, like, that word appears often in, like, punk rock as an actual description of, you know, female anatomy. Like, that's just a word that we call a pussy for some reason. And it appears a lot in the music I listen to. But it's literally like, oh, you know, this bitch with her cunt in her jeans. And it's like, okay, like, that word, I guess it's contextual. You're right.
Well, it only took us 75 episodes to introduce the word cunt to the
that whole
Discord,
shit is going to get us canceled, or Woolie's going to edit it. One of the two. Sorry, Will.
All right, should we move on to the WoW news then on that note?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, let's do the news.
Time for WoW news. Motherfuckers.
Who wants to talk about trading posts? I want to talk about trading posts. Dude, that shit looks so casual and so fun to me. Have you seen this? I know you don't really... You're probably not going to do it, right? You going to do it? I'm going to do it.
I have no idea what the trading post is, so...
Okay, so I don't know everything, so I put these notes in like 5 minutes on the short notice we had, but... So the trading post is basically like a new establishment. There's going to be one in Stormwind, one in Orgrimmar, obviously for each faction. And it's basically a place you can go... on a monthly basis, and there's like a chore list they give you of like quests, certain things you can do, and you get this currency that you can then buy things with from them. And a lot of the things that you can buy are things that some people might not be able to get. Some of them are store mounts and pets. Some of them are probably more rarely, but like raid mounts, reputation mounts, recolors of things, transmogs. So when you go up to the trading post, it's pretty cool. Supposedly they're gonna have like a dummy, like a training dummy there, but like with the clothes on, so you could see like which mog is up for, you know, sale or whatever. There's gonna be like pets laying around on the counters and hanging out with the people, and there's gonna be like the mounts that are available in the stable, which I think is pretty cool. Like programming wise, apparently every month this is gonna change, like how the thing looks. I think that's pretty rad. And so yeah, you can just do these things. It seems like they tie in a lot too to like world events and world quests. So like, for instance, the one I'm thinking of specifically is like for Love is in the Air. You could give someone a lovely charm bracelet and get 25 or 50, you know, of the coins, or whatever it is. And I think this is cool too. So when you log in every month, I think you get a base amount of like 500. So if you never do the trading post, eventually maybe you could still like buy some stuff because you'll just have like some currency sitting around for them. And then it's gonna, the gear and the things that you can buy are gonna rotate. So if you missed it 1 month, it's not gone forever. It's basically gonna come back, and I think that's really cool. But it's just like, it just seems like fun, casual, cool way to get things. I'm definitely gonna be doing it. I do like a completionist sort of achievement hunter, mount hunter person. I think I'm definitely gonna check that out. But you probably not so much, right, Ben?
Yeah, no, I'm not really into that. Like, even like I love what they did with like the crafting, because it kind of makes it like really cool how you can specialize. Like, I have leatherworking and I haven't even like touched it. I maxed out my skin.
Yeah, we didn't even touch on craft. Oh, that shit is hard. Before you do Race to World first, do you want to talk about your professions? Because I gather, and that shit is still sort of complicated, even for gathering.
Yeah, I mean, I maxed out my skinning, and I have mining and engineering on my monk, but I haven't really done any. Like, I collect nodes and I skin shit when I kill them, but I haven't really even dived into it yet. Like, it's way too overwhelming, and I'd rather like focus on getting my characters geared up before I start looking into that. Which, I mean, by the time I start looking into it, I probably can't make any money off it. But yeah, I think it's cool. Like, you can specialize in certain items and help your guildies out that way. It kind of makes it like, I feel like before it was kind of just like but now like it's important like your guild to have certain, you know, people who can make potions or people who can do this and that, because like, you know, there's like the standard of qualities and stuff. And like, I was looking at weapon enchants for my weapons, and the best weapon enchant that has like the 3 gold stars next to it is going for like 100k on the auction house. Like, I'm gonna have to start getting like a second job driving Uber to pay for WoW tokens.
You have to get your little chauffeur. You get your little chauffeur guy where like the orc in the top hat drives you around. You're like, you know what? Let me not sit there. You go make me somebody, and I'll sit here and just stitch these leather pants together. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like, no doubt. But have you played around with any on your character? You said you're just gathering, right? But you could specialize.
Yeah. You can still spec, and it'll give you like higher chances to find. Like, there's one I popped into this week. I think where like certain nodes you come up to will have like a little like swirly around them. Like, they're kind of like wrapped in like blue wind or like orange wind or like gray wind, and you can kind of tell that you're gonna get like rousing whatever, like rousing air, rousing fire, you know, those little crafting things you can sell, or like you can
I remember
10 of them
one of
turn
my
into like
guildies.
another one or whatever.
One of my guildies was a miner, and like the first like day at release, he was like farming one of the mining nodes that had fire on it, and he died to it, and he's like, what the fuck?
That has never happened to me. That is like a bug.
Yeah,
it kill you?
Yeah, it puts a flame debuff on you. It even does it now, it just doesn't hit as hard as it
Oh,
used to.
wow. Okay, I was gonna say that. I didn't even like come into that as an issue. I had never heard of that. Well, now, I guess there's no way to be more careful. Unless you can mine in turtle form. I don't know, maybe. Maybe I'll pop like my turtle and see if I can still go up in mine or something, but I haven't run into that problem yet. So aside from that, and that's going to be backtracked because I had forgotten to mention that I did dip into buying my first piece of crafted gear, which was my bracers, but I have no idea like what to tip these people. Like, can someone help me with what the going tip is, or should I just be buying them off the auction house?
I don't know. I think they could charge a commission, but like, I don't know.
I gave this guy, I felt like shitty.
20%.
Yeah, I did.
20.
I gave him like 100 gold, and the order got accepted, and I'm like, I just got a piece of like 333 gear for like 120 gold. Like, I felt like I'd robbed somebody. So I'm sure I'm doing it wrong, but I don't know. He accepted the order, so maybe he didn't know either. Thanks for the bracers, bro, wherever you are. Race to World first? You watching it? Oh, you can talk about it. I just saw some liquid getting some. You got some liquid getting some bosses down.
Yeah, so basically the Race to World first is on, so anyone who might not know about it, basically, the top guilds in the world have like a little contest that they all stream and participate in with Blizzard. And basically it's like a race to see who can get the raid cleared on Mythic first. There's like a handful, 20 guilds that participate, but in reality, there are only two major competitors. It's Liquid and Echo. Liquid being North American based, they used to be called Limit, and then there's Echo, who are based in Europe. Previously, they were a separate team, but after all the shit went down with Method, with all the accusations and whatnot, about 80% of the roster from Method moved over to Echo. So Echo has won the past two races, and currently they're both tied. They're on the second to last boss. Echo's finishing up for the night. They're around 60%. I think their best pull on the Brewkeeper boss. Liquid has about 20 to 25 more pulls on that boss than they are, and are currently at 27% is their best pull. So it's heating up. It's getting close like they normally do at this point of the race. And, be interesting to see what happens. I personally am an Echo fan. Not really a fan. I just think they're the better team. I think Liquid has the better players, but I think Echo operates as a team better. So it'll be interesting. I still think Echo's going to pull it out. I think they just have a better approach to how they go about things. I think Liquid also have a mental block a little bit when Echo seem to do well until Echo catches up with them, because typically Liquid goes out to a lead, and then we get to the final bosses, Echo will catch up, and they kind of get like mentally tilted from it. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. I do think the race will kind of bleed over until next week, but I think by next Thursday we should have a winner. Then it's cool to see like the new strategies, and it's cool because like these guys aren't like optimally geared as most guilds will be when they clear this stuff. So it's cool to see these guys like really test the limits of the raid, and how like it just like I feel like I'm like a decent player, and then I watch these guys play. I'm like, yeah, I'm a shitlord. Have you been watching Gershom? Anything you wanted to
I
add?
have not. Not necessarily, no. I kind of see what comes up on my WoW head. I don't really follow the Race to World First that much. I mean, other than listening to like what other people say about it. I'm always in that small camp of people that's annoyed that it's always like Liquid and Echo, and like that's it. Like I'm just over it. I just wish it was someone else one time in life, but I guess it's never gonna be. So I don't.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it's like one of those things. Like, right, the best players all play
Yeah,
together, right?
Well, it's like back in the day
like,
when the Patriots won like so many fucking Super Bowl rings that Tom Brady didn't have enough fucking fingers on his hand, and it's like, bro, like it's got to be somebody else, right? Like it happens and it comes and goes, and I'm sure eventually, 20 years later, when we're all playing 16.0, it's maybe somebody else will come along, but I just don't really follow the esports so much. I've been meaning to get into it just to have something to talk about, but so far I haven't, no.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool to get into, and it's only like one time, like you only spend like a week watching it at least for a while, but I think
so
it's
they
great.
do this
for
for each raid, right?
Yes,
and then
for
it's
each raid,
heroic, or do they
out.
go right to mythic?
So they do this thing called splits, where they basically just farm bosses and trying to like pool gear into the people that they want to bring into raid. And they had like people from the community, they offer them gold to come in and trade the gear they get. It was weird because this is the first time where the raid difficulties all release at the same time. So normally Blizzard releases Mythic Plus, normal, heroic the first week, and then the second week Mythic comes out. This year they did all the difficulties at the same time. So instead of like really going into it, like usually they spent a day doing their heroic stuff, but this time they spent like, I mean, Echo I don't think even stepped foot into Mythic Raid until yesterday. Or not yet, Friday. Friday they stepped into the Mythic Raid for the first time. Liquid did Thursday. So it's a little bit boring watching the splits, but like I think the casters do a good job keeping people entertained, and they have like a lot of them have like these donation like lists where basically once you hit a tier of money, like the casters have to do something stupid. Like I think one of them, like Dratnos and Tettles, have a power hour if Echo get to a certain threshold of donations, which I think they're very close to. So anyone who doesn't know, Power Hour is basically a drinking game where you do a shot of beer every minute, and usually like when you play with friends, like you can download this app and you put a song on, and every time the song changes every minute, so every time the song changes you do a shot. Great way if you're going out with a bunch of friends and you just want to chill and vibe and not play something that's more mentally intense, like to get fucked up before you go out. But yeah,
we did I did that once, and I didn't puke, but I almost puked because of all the bubbles in my stomach. I didn't realize what I was up to. We played Circle of Death, but with beer. And so that's what happened to me. I ended up taking like 6 shots of beer in like 20 minutes. And you know what? It does go to your head though faster than you realize. If you're ever looking for a cheap buzz, get like a fucking Modelo and just take shots of it. But every minute, that'll do you. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it fills up on you real, and you're thinking like, oh, it's just a beer, it's just a
well,
shot.
no, that's still
60 shots of
alcohol
beer,
hitting your stomach.
That's 1
yes.
ounce. That's what, 1 ounce. Beer's 12 ounces typically. So you're drinking 6 beers and a beer every 10 minutes. If you're doing it properly.
Yeah, like I said, that'll do you. That I didn't throw up, but I almost threw up.
Yeah, it's a lot of beer. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of fun to play. Other than that, let's see what else we got in the news this week. So, Blizzard pushed out a bunch of, I guess, changes to the classes. Like, rogues were really strong, so they got like a 3% blanket nerf to all their abilities.
Did your outlaw get nerfed?
Yeah, 3%. All the rogue specs did, because all the rogue specs are like top 5 DPS. They're really strong right now, so it was needed. A couple other classes got that. I think Marksman Hunter got one. I think Enhancement Shaman got a 3%. And then a couple classes got buffed. I know Arms Warrior got buffed. Frostfire Mages got buffed. And what was... Oh, Shadowpiece. Shadowpiece got a pretty big buff. So it'd be interesting to see if that affects the louds at all, performance-wise. But, you know, Blizzard is doing... I like that they're not making major changes. They seem to be like more like, you know, tuning to get everything in line. But yeah, I mean, other than that... Oh, we got the big one we forgot to mention. We should have probably led with this. You want to go with it? What about the new person coming on?
Well, first, I'm just totally stoked that they didn't even touch Beastmaster Hunter, Joe. Like, I know I've been talking about, like, oh my god, no, they're gonna nerf me, I'm too strong. It's this constant, like, barrage of damage and all this shit, and I've just been having so much fun on my Beastmaster Hunter. Didn't get touched. Something happened to Marksman, but I don't remember the details. I believe it was some kind of,
It was the same as the
it was like a 3%. Yeah, exactly. It was like a nerf, like a slight nerf. But they didn't touch Beastmaster, so totally stoked about that. And yeah, I think for our last piece of news, I just want to touch on the fact that Daddy Metzen himself is coming back. Yes, Chris Metzen will be returning to the Warcraft pay logs, I guess, or whatever. He's gonna be some sort of advisor, like a game advisor. I'm gonna send Wooly the link to put in the show notes because I'm not exactly sure. People are kind of like, what does that mean? What are you gonna be doing? A lot of people are like, well, the last 2 expansions that you weren't here kind of sucked, story-wise. So from the man himself, you know, you can't separate Thrall and Chris Metzen anymore. I think that you can separate peanut butter from the peanut that it was made from. So Chris Metzen's coming back, and I'm totally stoked. All hail Green Jesus.
Okay, I think it's great they're bringing him back, and I want to think that maybe they're going to do more with the Warcraft universe, because he specifically mentioned that not only will he be helping out with the WoW stuff, but there's also, like, he's originally, like, starting off, he will just be focusing on WoW, but he also specifically mentioned future Blizzard projects. So I wonder if that's like WoW 2, or is it maybe Warcraft 4? I don't know.
I'm wondering if he's going to try and bring his game, his War Chief D&D mod game that he was making, if he's going to try and bring that into Blizzard somehow. Like some sort of, like D&D online type thing. I have no idea. I'm just spitballing entirely right now, but that'd be pretty dope, because I wasn't even sure how that project was going. I don't play a lot of D&D anymore, so I don't really know. But he was making some sort of like D20 game, wasn't he? It was called like War Chief or something like that. Yeah,
I think so. I really think they brought him back because Riot is going to be coming out with an MMO in the next couple of years. And based on how popular Valorant is, they went into the FPS market and produced a game that's like the most popular shooter now. They have League of Legends, which is the most popular MOBA. I think there really is, like, everyone talks about every time an MMO, oh, this is going to be the end of WoW, and like it ends up being a meme. Like, people switch over to it for a couple months and then they switch back to WoW just because like it's superior in many ways despite its flaws. But I really do think they feel a lot of pressure from Riot that, Riot is going to be, whatever they release, I think will be a competitor in the MMO space.
I mean, yeah, it is part of the cycle, though. I mean, like, Final Fantasy 14, like, everybody fucking left, and I don't blame them, because it was, like, dead season in the Shadowlands, no pun intended. But I feel like even over Final Fantasy XIV, like WoW is back on top right now. I've seen streamers who had completely quit WoW come back for Dragonflight and say, yeah, we were just playing Final Fantasy XIV to pass the time. Like, WoW is just something that grabs at your heart, you know? So I think Blizz is always going to have that like fallback, like just that fan base where people can never really stop playing WoW. And with Chris Metzen coming back, like when you're talking about loyalty and heart and fan base, I think a lot of people are gonna tune in and see what's gonna happen, because he's one of the fathers of WoW. So it can only mean good things, I guess.
No, I think I think it'll help with the story for sure. I think story is one of the major complaints people have. Like, I don't think people enjoy the I think WoW, despite its flaws, they typically do a good job with their dungeons, the raids, and they're going away from the whole system borrow power thing, which I think is great. But I think like Final Fantasy is a little different, because their game designer and the person who runs it basically comes out and says, we want you to play different games once you finish off our newest content. Like, it's designed to do that, where I think WoW has more of a, we want you to play the game constantly, you know?
That's true.
And I think Riot will be competing with that. Like, I think Riot's MMO will not be like the Final Fantasy type where that you switch. Like, they are going to be in the same boat. They're going to want people constantly playing their games no matter what.
I have a neighbor who lives around the corner from me, like a block away on the other cross street basically, and he's a game designer for Riot. And I was sitting out front, I seen him walking his dog, and I was like walking my dog or whatever, and so we pass on the street. Like, we always talk, like he's a very nice man and his dog is amazing. And so like we're always talking, and I was like, oh, what do you do? And we're talking, and I was like, oh, that's so funny, I'm a big WoW head, like I do a podcast and everything. And he kind of like almost immediately like clammed up, like he was like, well, come on, Bosco, let's go. And I'm like, wait, what? Are you just like cutting me off right now? But like, I've seen him since, and he wasn't so clammy, but it was kind of weird. He was like, yeah, well, they've had a lot of stuff going on. And I was like, well, every gaming company goes through that. I know Riot went through it too. And that's when he was like, come on, Bosco, let's go. Like, to his dog. And I'm like, what? Like, what?
Yeah, Riot's was
way worse. It's bad as that sounds.
Like, because time has gone by, yes. But like when Riot's was a lot.
It was
worse.
A lot worse, and the fallout was worse, and the resolution of the entire issue was complete fucking
worse.
shit.
Like, at least Blizzard.
Yes.
Yeah, Blizzard at least fired these people. Like, the guy who was like farting on the girls or whatever, he's still the chief operating officer.
Oh boy, right. So, oh, gross. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, it's so fun. It's like recency bias, I guess, right? Like, because Blizzard just happened, but yeah, like people don't like. Riot was just as fucked up. Riot was actually the water. It was like the Watergate for video games, where like. After that, like a lot of these other companies started coming out with their stuff and dealing with it. So yeah, that's these, unfortunately, the video game cultures tend to be a lot of bros who don't have exactly the most social skills.
Frat boy culture, as they say, right?
Yep.
Ugh.
Yeah, I think. Well, they exist in other organizations
Definitely.
too, right? Like the banking world, but like they're much more. I think the banking world is more like you're fired. Because it's there's what, hundreds of thousands of like there's probably like 50 times the amount of banks out there than video game companies. So, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I think Chris Metzen coming back's a great. It can be nothing but positive for Blizzard, I think.
I agree.
So we want to move on. Do we have anything else we want to talk about? Or you want to go into the drink of the week?
Oh yeah, let's do your drink of the week. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Fuck yeah!
Fuck yeah!
It's time for the mixed drink of the week. Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah!
So after a 2-week hiatus, we are going into the drink of the week again. We are finally prepared to produce one for you guys. Before we get started with the drink of the week, please only partake in the consumption of alcohol if you're the legal age to do so. Please also remember that the Thralls Balls Pod is not liable for any stupid shit you do while partaking in the mixed drink of the week if you choose to do so. So I forget what the last drink we did was. Do you remember what it was?
I don't remember. I don't remember what I had for breakfast yesterday, Bentolas, honestly.
All right. Well, at any rate, we forget what the name of the drink is. But we this week we are doing the Jani Juice. As a reminder, we had the mixed drink segment last time around. This time around, we are doing back to the shot segment. So without further ado, I am doing the Jani Juice this week.
Sorry to interrupt. I mean,
both?
you could do either one, I guess. But Wooly said he wanted to go back to mixed drinks. But I mean, if you want to do a shot, you can do a shot. I think we'll just keep it. We can do what we want, right?
Okay. I made it a mixed drink, but you can do
good.
it as a
Okay.
shot, so what do you think is in the Jani Juice?
Okay. Well, Johnny, according to some trolls that I've run up onto, is pronounced Johnny. Definitely that Caribbean feel. Malibu 151 and like a tropical pineapple soda or something like that, and a floater of grenadine on top.
You actually were very fucking close, and you're on the right path.
love me some sweet drinks.
Okay, so what it is you were correct. There is Malibu. There is regular Bacardi, not 151. There is pineapple whiteclaw, Hawaiian punch, and here in Texas we have at HEB, which is our grocery store, like a pineapple orange juice mix. So you just dump that all into a mixer, you shake it up, you pour it into a glass, and you drink. So Gershom, you want to set me off?
Over the lips, through the gums, look out, asshole. I'm gonna take a shot of mango vodka. How is it?
This shit slaps. I feel like this is something.
It's 1:30 on a Sunday fun day, bitch. Let's go.
So it's 55 degrees and cold and freezing here, but this is something like I think it's really good. Like it's refreshing, almost in a way. It's something you drink in the summer or like on a tropical island somewhere. But definitely, like I can see myself on a beach in Jamaica, where Jamaica I think gets a lot of troll vibes. I can see myself like laying on a beach right now, 1:30, with this drink in my hand, butt in the sand, not a care in the world.
I'd have my butt on a towel. But if you want to put your butt in the sand, that's totally fine.
It was supposed to be a reference to some country song.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Well, that's the Jani Juice. So who's up next week and what drink are they doing?
Me. I picked a Dragonflight drink called the... Uh-oh. Hold on. Forget my paper rustling. It's right here somewhere. Oh. It is the Ancient Firewine. There we go. I'm going to do the Ancient Firewine next week.
Oh, so that's a new drink.
It's in the inn. It's in the Roasted Ram in Veldraken. Yeah, I wanted to give it a shot.
Okay,
I wanted to do a Dragonflight drink. So it is a boozy drink. I checked. It said alcoholic beverage. So it's called the Ancient Firewine.
All right. So next week we'll have the Ancient Firewine for y'all. And so that was the drink of the week. So again, to recap, it was Malibu rum, regular Bacardi, White Claw pineapple, Hawaiian punch, and a pineapple orange juice mixed drink. If you don't have that option available to you, you could just get separate orange juice and pineapple. It's basically the same.
Are you talking about just like regular old pineapple orange juice, like from the refrigerated section, like Tropicana, or is it like a boozy thing?
It's like a HEB. Brand,
okay.
But
yeah,
it's the same thing.
Okay.
Same thing.
Sweet.
All right, we will, I guess, move on to the question of the week that we ran for 2 weeks.
Question, the week.
Okay, folks, so we actually did let this question run for a little bit, which is kind of cool because we got some good answers on Discord. Ben, did we get anything from Twitter? Did you check on Twitter?
Yeah, it doesn't look like we posted it to Twitter, but I could be wrong. Also, if you answered in email or on Hive, TikTok, or Instagram, because Willie's not here, we do not have access to those accounts. But no worries, we can definitely read your answer out next week.
Yeah, if you guys shout it out, we'll definitely get back to you. So the question was, where do you actually stand in regard to Sibelian versus Raytheon? Who should actually be the aspect of the Black Dragonflight? And I guess since he's not here, I'll just jump in and read Woolie's. So Wooly says, I am 100% Team Wrathion, and here's why. It took a bit to come to this conclusion, but previously, I had thought Sibelian because he saved all those eggs and whatnot. But when it comes down to it, he did lie to his own brother, a member of his own flight, to move these eggs to the life pools. He didn't need to do that. Instantly causes me to lack trust. As for Wrathion, yes, he did make Warlords of Draenor happen. However, it was all a part of his plan to get N'Zoth to come around so he could be killed. I guess he was baiting N'Zoth a little bit. Wrathion's main motivation is to destroy the old gods and save Azeroth from them. Is that not what an Earthwarder should do? What are Sibelian's plans for the actual responsibilities of the Black Aspect? I think those are all good thoughts and questions. I'm kind of excited for Wooly to come back and talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with you. I think Wrathion is, I think he has the right, I think his heart's in the right place. He's just like a typical teenager and just fucks up the plans completely. So yeah, I do agree with your answer. I guess I'm the next one who answered, so I could just dip into mine because I could talk about why I agree with Wooly more. So I said that I think Wrathion is the best to be the Earth Warder and Sibelian to lead the Black Dragon Flight. Wrathion obviously killed all the Black Dragon Flights he could find because they were corrupted, while Sibelian tried to find a way to be uncorrupted. So I think in terms of leading the actual Black Dragons, I think Sibelian is a better fit. Obviously, he has them at heart. However, I think Wrathion cares more about the fate of Azeroth, which is what the Earth Warder was created for, and that's why I think he's better for that. And ideally, I think they would form a meaty triumvirate with Abyssian, who I think is a good balance of both. I think both of them are a little bit hot-headed and stubborn, and I think Abyssian kind of, he was corrupted, now he's uncorrupted, so I think he can rate with Sibelian. But at the same time, he kind of was like the Earth Warder of the High Mountain Taurens. He always was looking out for them and stuff, and I think he fills both roles, and I think he's like, what is it, Goldilocks, right? You had one that was too stiff, one that was too soft, and then you had one that was just right. And I feel like
you stop it.
but basically, yeah,
I couldn't stop. You fucker. Oh, I'm sorry. Keep going.
But yeah, I think that's ideal. But I also, part of me, I think that Sibelian, even though he thinks he's uncorrupted, I think he still is corrupted. I think he lost a lot of his corruption just because he was not Outland, and Outland, to our knowledge, does not have any old god influence there. So I think maybe coming back onto the Azeroth, where there is still a confirmed old god out there, I think there could be a way.
You think that he'll be more susceptible to the whispers of the old gods?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not the only one who is thinking it. I'm super glad you said this. Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
I think that's it. I think if the old gods come back, there could be a world where he gets corrupted and becomes something we have to kill.
So before we read everyone else's, I guess I'll just give mine. I didn't put it in the Discord, so I'm just flying off the seat of my pants here. But I think I want Wrathion just for the basic vibes of trust and getting the job done and doing what needs to be done. But you guys do make a lot more interesting points than I had thought of. But when I thought about Sibelian, and Ben, you put this into words that I didn't know, I didn't know how to explain it, but I was why can't I why do I feel like this guy is gonna betray us or something? That's just the feeling I kept getting. But I didn't know, I knew about Outland and the eggs and stuff, but when you put it oh, he might be more corruptible by the old gods, he might be, because Wrathion has been through it. He saw his dad go through it. He saw their dad go through it, and everything, and he's just much more familiar. In BFA, he walked us through the cities with all the corruption, and he gave us the stuff, the necklace and the cloak, and he knows what he's up to with things that are happening right this second. I feel like Sibelian, for all his good intentions, has just been a little too far removed from what's happening right now. And so I feel like Wrathion, I guess overall, would be the better leader.
Yeah, I think that's what everyone seems to be.
Yeah, I know, it's not the most unique answer in the world at all.
So I will read the next answer. We only actually have one more answer. It's from the Miracle. I hope you're saying your name right. If I'm not, please correct me, and I will pronounce it properly next week. He said, probably splitting the room here, but I don't think it should be either. Based purely on the fact they both want it. Bane Bloodhoof would be my first choice. And then Wooly responded, LOL, he's not even a dragon. And Miracle responded back, to be fair, they threw pandas in the mix. They can make an exception.
That would be funny as fuck to see a Tauren. I mean, it kind of brings...
Technically,
what about
Abyssian's
Abyssian?
one, right?
Yeah, like no one's like, why can't Abyssian be? Why can't he be? What's the deal with that? I'm missing something lore-wise again, aren't I? Like,
I mean, Babe Bloodblood is such a basic bitch. It'd probably be the best for him if he became the Black Dragon, because he'd actually be fucking cool.
we could go back to the Maw and get Anduin's mace that he loaned him or something. See, I know some stuff.
Fearbreaker.
There you go. See, I know something.
Damn it, that was gonna be one of my questions.
Wait, okay, no, let's not. Speaking of questions, what is this? Questions?
Okay, so we gotta pick what our next question of the week is. And I think we don't have one planned. But I'm gonna say, since the raid just came out, based on what you know or what you've progressed or what you've seen, what boss do you think is the coolest in the raid?
How does one define cool?
Like the one where like you can't wait to do that fight.
Like just
you
all of
so
it, like
cool.
for whatever reason?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for whatever reason you may have. But you can answer at thrallsballspod. You can email us at thrallsballspod@gmail.com. You can answer on Hive, Instagram, or TikTok. You could also answer at Twitter, which I think I already plugged, at thrallsballspod. You could also go to thrallsballspod.com and get yeeted into our Discord, and we have a whole Discord channel dedicated to answering the question of the week. You could also leave it. Yeah, I think that covers them off, right? That's all the options you can answer.
I do believe I heard you say everything. Yes, sir.
All right. So again, the question of the week this week will be, what do you think will be your favorite encounter within the new raid, Vault of the Incarnates, and why? So, previously we used to use this section to do a little bit of a draft game. Recently we've been doing kind of like a Jeopardy status. So last week Gershom asked me 10 questions. And I had to answer 8 of them to be head of class and eater of ass. I failed. I think I only got 7. So this week we are going to flip the script, and I am going to ask Gershom 10 questions. And if she gets 8 out of 10 right, she will be the official head of class and eater of ass.
I'm going to try real hard. I don't have a title to take because you lost last week, but we'll see. Is that losing or winning if you didn't get that title? What?
I would want to be that.
Did you say in the outro you were like, I'm still the eater of ass? Okay, alright, fuck it. Ask me some questions. Fuck this shit.
Okay. When Karn Bloodhoof fought the Makora against Garrosh Hellscream, who was the character that blessed Garrosh's weapon?
Magatha Grip Totem.
Ding ding, you are correct.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Morally Gray.
Okay. The next question will be, who is the name in the Sunwell Plateau of the character that's like a spirit that Caligos was totally in love with?
Fuck. I can't. I kind of. Oh my god, she was. Oh, I can't. No, I don't know. I can't remember at all.
It was Avina. It was
Damn it. I know the story. I remember the story, but that I don't remember her name.
I'm gonna try to make this like Dragonflight related, except for that first question. Okay, so my next question will be, in Legion, we go to the Azuna zone, and there's a zone where we help a bunch of dragons. Who is the name of the big dragon that's soaking in the pool that's really old, that's really sick, that we need to get back?
Xenagos. Yeah, he just showed up. He just showed up. The Blue Dragonflight. I was so excited. I actually yelled at my computer, y'all. I was like, oh my god, it's Xenagos!
Okay, Next question.
Are you gonna deliver it in a French accent? Question.
No, I'm like looking at my notes. I wrote down a bunch of questions and then I highlighted which ones I wanted to ask. Let's see. What do we have here?
Just ask me the easy ones. It's okay. Then I could be the eater of ass.
Who is the main consort of Deathwing?
Sinestro.
Sinatra. You were close.
I think Sinestro was one of their daughters, actually, if I remember. Yeah, I don't know. My bad.
So you are going to have to run the table.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna do that. All right, let's go anyways. Fuck it.
So in the book, as well as the Sunken Temple, there is a green dragon who loses all hope based on the Emerald Dream. What is the name of that dragon?
I remember this story, and I do not remember the fucking dragon's name. I suck at dragon names too. What the fuck? Nope, I lose. No eater of ass here.
Aranax.
Oh, who the fuck would know that? Come on.
He's one of the dragons.
I know who you're talking. I just. Okay, let's go.
Okay, I will switch it up.
No,
and start asking.
I'm having fun. Sorry, I was being a poor sport. Willie, edit that. No, it's good. Ask more dragons. I want to know this stuff.
What is the name of the three leaders of the three dwarf clans? So if it's the Wild Hammers, the Bronzebeards, and the Dark Irons.
So the Dark Irons are Moira? Those first names count?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Correct, Moira?
Yep.
Falstead, Wildhammer is one of them. And Curridin? No.
So Curridin was one who went through the dark portal, and then the other one you mentioned, I think, is the leader. Currently.
Oh, so I got
credit for
mixed
that.
up. I got 2 out of 3
Yeah.
then.
No, you got the Bronzebeards.
Oh, Falstead and Moira,
easy.
right? Moira's not the...
Falstead, Moira, and then the Bronzebeards is Matt.
Oh, god damn it. Fuck.
Who was the human best friend of Arthas growing up?
Varian Rin. Yeah.
Correct.
I was gonna say, don't say it's a horse, because it was invincible before he was invincible.
Alright, the next one is... Let's see what I got in my list. Who is the name of the character who is the leader of the Priest Covenant class hall? And I'll give you a hint, he's undead.
It's, is it Alonzus Fowl?
Yeah, good job.
Hell yeah. Because you knew I was about to scream out Kalia Menethil. I was like, wait, no, she's the one they brought back. No, who brought her back? That was my thought process. I was like, oh shit. Someone dragged her body in there.
So the next question is coming from the War of the Ancients trilogy. Who is the first leader of the Legion? Not leader, but like first like main character for the Legion that comes through Azhara's portal?
Is it the Pit Lord dude? God damn it.
Is that your
The
final
Pit
answer?
Lord dude. No. Manaroth. Was it Manaroth?
No, it was Hakar, the Hound Flare.
Oh.
And then after Hakar, I believe it's Manaroth or Magtheridon who come in because Hakar
Because
doesn't
Manaroth
succeed.
came in and started enslaving everybody real fast. Like, he was like, yeah, oh, you know what, you're right. Because Hakar came out, and then Hakar kind of failed, and Manaroth was like, I'm coming in here, I'm going to beat the shit out of these guys and make them do, yeah. You're right. Oh, my bad.
Oh, good. Alright, and my last one, let's see if I can get you one that's kind of different. when you do the Magcar Orc unlock campaign quest, when you have to unlock the race, who is the leader of the Lightforged Draenei?
Tapartos?
Nope, it's Urel.
It is Urel! God damn it! I almost fucking said Urel, and then I thought, no, Tapartos is the one that goes on the quest. Oh, dang it. See how much I know about lore?
So you looks like you got 1, 2,
Three?
You
Three?
got 4 right.
4.
Right.
Okay. That's pretty cool. It's a total failing grade. That was fun though, off the top of your head. Those are some good questions.
So next week, when we get Wooly back, we should each come up with 5 questions and see if he could be the new head of class eater of ass. And if he's not, it will go back to me.
No one has the title yet. That's crazy. No one can get a B. No one can get a solid B on these lore quizzes. Well, we are not a lore podcast. We are a talk shit podcast.
Yeah, we suck at that podcast. Like, we don't even know the answers to some questions. Like, Jesus.
Oh, it's so much fun though.
So next week we will quiz Wooly. We'll each give 5 questions, and we will go from there.
Sounds rad.
Yeah. So yeah, I think at this point, like, we're ready to get on out of here. So Gershom, do you have any final thoughts?
I cannot wait to probe Wooly with my question probe. Sweet. Yeah. Okay.
All I'm saying is I can't wait for the orgy between Sylvanas, Sibelian, Rathian, and Anduin. It's gonna be glorious.
For real.
Multiple holes, multiple penetration.
Cloacas. Don't forget the cloacas.
Oh, maybe they'll eat ass too.
Oh God. Not like me, and not like you. Maybe Wooly next week.
So we are gonna get on out of here, guys. We're still up in the air whether or not we will have conflicting schedules, whether or not we'll be able to get something out for the week of Christmas or the week of New Year's. But stay tuned to our various social medias for an update on that. We're hoping to get something done maybe a little bit earlier in the week before the craziness of the holidays take over. But if we do not hear or record, I hope all of you have a happy holidays or whatever you celebrate. Have a blessed and safe new year. I hope you continue to enjoy Dragonflight, and we'll catch you the next time on out. You can follow us at our general Twitter account, which is Stalls Balls Pod. You can leave a review on, what is the name of the place on review now?
It's bonusroll.gg.
Bonusroll.gg used to be Wild Directory. You can leave us a review on either Twitter, thrallsballs.com. You can send us an email, thrallsballspod@gmail.com. You can slide into our DMs on our TikTok, Hive, and Instagram account, which is on thrallsballspod. In addition, you can go to thrallballspod.com and slide into our Discord and leave a review there.
No pod on that one, just thrallsballs.com. Yeah.
Thrallsballs.com.
Sorry, nope. You're good.
You can follow us each individually on Twitter. Wooly08 is Wooly, at Bentolas_outlaw for myself, and then Gershom, you're Hunter Gershom.
That's correct. The word Hunter, Gershom. I think we're gonna get on out of here, swingers. If we don't hear from you, happy holidays. Thank you so much for listening. Thanks for the reviews. Thanks for hanging out. And just keep on moving forward and eating ass, or not.
Well, to eat ass if you choose to do so and if you consent. Alright guys, see you later. Have a good one. Love you. Bye.
Bye, swingers. We love you.